guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm CB Harris, and I'm here at the Armory at Able Tactical in Guernsey, Wyoming with Shane Clevenger. And I see a lot of guns here, Shane. So what's going on?
Yeah, what we got going on here is we just put out a few different kinds. Obviously your semi-autos are pretty much popular these days. Again, we have the old wheel gun here, but very reliable. Little, I won't say less training, but a little more user-friendly and easier to understand for some people. That's my experience with it anyway. But we have kind of a large frame semi-auto with the 1911, kind of a medium with the HK USP 9mm and the CAR 380. All these firearms are cleared safe. There's no magazine and no rounds in them. So the reason we brought these out, I thought it'd be a good video, is I have a lot of people come to me and come to our classes and they're like, hey, I went and bought a gun, and then they come to class and they shoot it and they're like, oh, I don't really like this. So first off, I usually say, well, why did you buy that? And of course I'm not picking on the ladies because it wasn't their, I guess it was their decision, but they were directed by somebody who was trying to sell them something because they're ladies. I have several ladies come to class and they'll show up with something, very small, and I'll say, why did you buy that? And I'll say, well, the guy at the gun shop said this is what I needed. With that being said, typically when I have the ladies show up with some of the smaller 380s and such, by the time they leave, after they try to shoot their little small gun real quick, I usually give them this and say, here, this is how it operates, try this, and they're way happier with the 1911. So other than the fact that, size and carrying ability, yeah, I know I'm going to hear those arguments. Usually with the smaller frame guns like this, you usually have a double recoil system in them, 2 springs, which makes the slide very hard to pull back for some smaller frame people, men and women. Also with this little handgun, you have a shorter sight radius. So if you have a shorter sight radius, your marksmanship's got to be that much better. And to compound all that, we talked about trigger control before. The shooting one of these is kind of like, well, this one's not too bad. Some of the triggers on this thing is atrocious, and they're like trying to shoot a staple gun. When you're picking something out, try to do some research. Ask some people that, if you have people who are instructors nearby, or go pick the brain of the guy at the gun shop. Don't let him sell you something that's pink because it's pink or whatever. But what I suggest and tell my students is, if you have a range in your area that's a indoor range or outdoor range, if they have firearms for rent there, where you can go pick out something, if you're looking for a Springfield XD or a H&K or a SIG Sauer or whatever you're looking for, go there and see if they have that firearm, because obviously they're all ergonomically different. They're going to feel different. The recoil system in them is going to feel different. So go try and shoot them that way. When you spend that $500 to however much you can spend, because you can go well into $2,500. Yeah, try and go shoot them. If not, see if you maybe have a friend that has one.
It's one of the notorious problems, I guess, with buying a new gun, is that you really can't try it out before you buy it. Right. So you've got to do what you can. Like you said, maybe rent something. Yep. Definitely talk to friends. Maybe you can get something that you can use for, at least give it a try before you drop the cash for it.
Right. Being able to handle it and see how it feels when you shoot it. We want our customers to be happy, but we also want them to be alive. So have something that you can learn to use, that you can use proficiently. Find out what you like, find out what fits your hand, find out what you can operate and shoot safely. Wheel guns are always a good choice, but there's many ones out there. I just say buy a quality handgun and don't be afraid to spend the money. So find something you like that's accurate and learn to use it.
Right. And I'm a firm believer of, I understand a lot of people buying some, I'm not going to mention brand, but really cheap, really inexpensive guns. And I get it, that it's better to have it than not have it. But at the same time, unless it's a desperate need, I would rather save up a little bit longer and get something that's I'm going to be happier with.
Absolutely. You won't see any of those in my gun shop, but yeah, I try not to have them in here. I've had people come in with some that I would not recommend or sell to anybody, but yeah, obviously if you're carrying it when you need it, if you have to present that firearm to save yourself, you exactly want it to go bang and function every time as designed. You don't want any stoppages and any more monkey wrenches. Murphy shows up and things go south.
Okay, guys, well, if you have any questions about gun selection and any of these guns here, leave it down in the comments section. And be sure to come back next Thursday for another hint or tip. And until next time, take care and be safe.
We'll see you on the range.